Hello Gemini, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, it doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general tarot reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Ace of Pentacles, very nice. This is sometimes talking about a new opportunity, but sometimes the ace, sometimes we look at it as the beginning of something. Sometimes it can be the end of something. Sometimes this card means we're getting to the summit of the mountain here, right? That we're finally getting to that buried treasure, to that pot of gold, to that absolute, beautiful summit of something, right? And it's interesting that the aces and the tens, the beginnings and the ends, sometimes there's no difference, right? Every beginning is an end of something else. Every end is the beginning of something else. So it goes round and round and round. I feel like you have been working very, very hard on your life, on your progress, on following your purpose, fulfilling your will. I feel like you're arriving at a destination here, but that destination is just the beginning. Right? I feel like this is really a drastic change in your fortunes. I feel like this is a very big win that is setting you off on a completely new journey. Yeah? I feel like you're done with one phase of things, and here begins the next phase. And this is much, much bigger, much broader energy. Let's see what else is going on. Let's put this into some context. I'm starting to get really excited by this. We've got, interesting now, we've got a Queen of Swords. Maybe we're taking a higher perspective. Maybe we are up on this mountaintop and now we can see the bigger picture. Oh, Six of Wands, Two of Cups, Nine of Wands, and Two of Wands. A lot of fiery energy up here. This might be, it kind of seems like a rainbow, right? This divine light that's just on fire right above you. And you're out on the top of this mountain and you can see that bigger picture. And you can see kind of what decisions you have to make going forward. You can see really the Two of Wands, dominion. You can see how far your empire extends. And to me, this is really nice. I'm kind of jealous of your cards here. We've got a Knight of Swords too. And a Seven. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles and another court card. Now we've got a Prince of Wands. I think the court cards here may be representing some other people in your life. Okay. I kind of see that maybe there's a family of three. We kind of have a mom, a dad, and a child, right? So we could be talking about a family, and this could be a family situation that you're involved with that might be connected to this, but might not be, right? The court cards, all three of them together represent a group of people. Feels like a family. Could be your work family. Could be your friends, really, that feel like family. But individually, they also represent energies that are within you. Okay? So what I feel with the Queen of Swords is, yes, that higher perspective, seeing the bigger picture. And really there's an honesty here in this card because you're up here by yourself. You really can be yourself. You can take the mask off, and you can really feel how you feel about this thing. And I feel like you're one of those people that maybe you don't take compliments very well. I feel like you try to be humble, and I feel like you're achieving this wonderful thing. This is like a big deal, big win, big promotion, big jackpot, just a drastic change in your fortunes, right? You're trying not to smile. I see you sitting there like, I can kind of see the corner of your mouth starting to creep up. You want to smile. You want to jump for joy. You want to celebrate. You want to pat yourself on the back. You want to pop the bottles, right? But you're trying to just be calm. You're trying to keep a straight face, but it's hard, isn't it? Well, when you're up here, this is kind of like you go off to your own room and then you can celebrate. And then we can kind of hear the muffled screams of joy coming from the other room. Because it's something you feel this love and joy, right, within you. And for whatever reason, you try to downplay it. I feel that, especially with the 7 now. We've got a 7 of Pentacles in the environment. I feel like you do you downplay your successes a little bit, right? And maybe it's because you don't want to be a show-off, you don't want to seem arrogant, but you deserve to be excited about this. You really do. This is a huge achievement. Whatever this ace is, like, you've earned it. All right. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to set it down over here. We're going to put Mr. Tao, the yin-yang duck, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. All right. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction down in the comments. All right. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. Yeah. Now, are you one of these people that can really, like, I don't know why, but I see a lot of clouds, and I see you pulling pictures out of the clouds. Like, you can see faces and shapes and, like, airplanes and submarines and monsters and all these kinds of things. Like, you have this imagination. There's a word for that when you can do that. I can't think of the word. Pareidolia or something like that, where you can pull out objects in, like, random textures or something. Like, I almost wonder if even, how some walls in like houses and stuff have that texture. Are you someone, I feel like as a kid you used to look at the walls and you would have this just vivid scene, all this intense imagination, and all of these things like would just come to life for you. Yeah, I feel like you have a very rich imagination. Nobody would know that about you, right? It's something that you kind of keep to yourself, this kind of I don't know what to call it, this imagination, I guess. And I feel like that's a big part of your success, why you're successful. Yeah. Also, what is it that you collect? You're a collector of something. I don't know what, I'm not seeing what the objects are, but I see a lot of things. Yeah. And I don't know if they're in little boxes or what it is, or if you have, maybe, is it cassette tapes or something? I feel like there's kind of a wall with a lot of stuff collected on it, like you're a collector of something. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a look around the room. Let's look for some major arcana. We don't see any. And sometimes when we don't see it, I kind of get the feeling that we need to reconnect with spirit, that we have to invoke our divine energy, that we have to reconnect with our spiritual practices, that we have to solicit the help of the divine, bring that energy into our lives. And yeah, maybe that's kind of what you need to do as well. But I kind of feel as if you already have that support, I feel like for you it is the table. I feel like for you, spirit is not just kind of one thing or one entity, one being, one object, or like one focus. I feel like it's the entire table. I feel like for you, spirit is all around you. Spirit's in everything that you do. Spirit, the divine energy is fully integrated into your life. Every activity that you do, every win, every loss, every joy, every sorrow has the holiness of the divine. Yeah. And I feel like it's an energy that's always with you. So I don't feel like you necessarily have a specific time of the day scheduled where you go and pray or meditate or worship or anything like this. I feel like it's all the time. I feel like it's almost like you're always praying in your heart, even if you don't have formal rituals that you perform during the day, right? It's something that's more it permeates everything. rather than being a particular focus. Well, every morning I wake up and I pray. And maybe you do have those kinds of rituals too. But this, what I'm talking about, is different. This is something that really, it's the glue that holds everything together for you, right? And I don't know if it's spirituality or religion or some sort of, I don't know what exactly you call it, but I feel like it's very important to you. Okay. So we don't have the major arcana, but we do have fire, 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 a little bit of water, a little bit of air, and of course we've got our earth energies, right? And the earth energies are quite nice because we have the beginning and the end. Every end is a new beginning. Every doorway is an entrance and an exit, right? So we're kind of entering into the next phase of life, and maybe it's kind of a dark phase. Maybe it's like we're back in the wilderness again. We're back in the jungle. And it almost is like a feeling of kind of starting over, but it's not. It's kind of like, what I'm feeling is it's kind of like having a garden or something, where 1 year you plant, you harvest your crops, your vegetables or whatever, and then everything kind of goes dormant, and then the next year you kind of go back and do it again. And to me, the Seven of Pentacles is not about failure. It's about the things that haven't blossomed yet. So it's not that these are dead and withered and complete failures. No, this is just something that needs you to tend to it. It needs you to water it. It needs your light. It needs you to talk to it and show it love, right? This is kind of like the next challenge for you, the next big win that's coming. And you've got the next harvest that's still in the making. Yeah. And this is the environment. So I feel like this is where you're kind of going next. You're at the summit of the mountain. Yeah, and you're kind of looking down at your entire life, your entire empire, and thinking, yeah, there's still so much more potential here. Like, we thought this Ace of Pentacles was good, but just wait until you tend to this garden and we get that 10 of Pentacles. Again, a doorway is an entrance and an exit. Every beginning is an end. Every end is a beginning. So this is really a cycle of life for you. This is a drastic change in your fortune. Yeah, but it's also like the biggest opportunity of your life. And then the next one is going to be the biggest opportunity of your life. And then the biggest and the biggest. Because every time you plant a garden, it's bigger. It's more lush. Things are bigger, juicier tomatoes, whatever. You're learning as you go, so every time you do it, it's a little bit better, a little bit bigger. Maybe you're expanding, you're learning new methods of irrigation or gardening, new soil things, or I don't know what. I don't have the green thumb, that's my wife. My wife does tea leaf readings. She's got her own channel, it's Ula Tea Leaf Readings. She does marvelous, marvelous work. She's almost at 30K. So if you haven't subscribed yet, head over there after you watch this. Subscribe to her channel. Let's get her up to 30K, yeah? Or more, even. Marvelous, marvelous tea leaf readings. The fire energy is very nice, too. There's a lot of it. There's a 6 of Wands in the past position. You feel pretty good about this thing. This is pride. This is potential for ego inflation, right? But I'm not too worried about that because I feel like you have the strength and the discernment, especially the discernment with what we already talked about with the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, which we'll get to. But the 6 of Wands is you overcoming challenges. This is you realizing your strength and power because you've climbed to the top of this mountain. You are here right now today because you have overcome every challenge that has been in your way. And maybe it's never felt that way. And maybe that's part of the reason why you kind of downplay your successes a little bit because you just think, I really didn't perform that well. I didn't do that great. Well, you did. It feels like you're not really giving yourself credit, I think just the fact that you're here right now shows that you overcame all the challenges. And maybe it didn't quite go your way at the time, didn't feel like a win, but it's leading you to the summit of that mountain. So it was a pretty good job. Yeah. I also feel like you don't like to take all the credit for yourself. You like to share the credit. You like to kind of give the kudos to the team rather than you taking all of the credit. Yeah, all of the accolades. So I wonder if this is maybe a work family, or if this is, if you're the leader of something, but I feel like you're like a very humble leader, that you kind of put yourself in the background a little bit, and you give credit to the rest of the team. Yeah, I feel that's kind of your nature. 9 of Wands up at the top of the path of the dove here. The reason why you have such great climbing ability, the reason why you can get to the top of this mountain the way you can, is because you have the strength. And this strength of spirit, commitment, this resolve, this willpower, is because you have a connection with spirit. The moon energy that's down below here. It's conscious and unconscious. It's outward, and then it's internal. It's above and below. Right? It's heaven and earth. It's human and it's divine. It is this psychic connection. I feel like you have a very strong sense of your purpose in life. Yeah, you're not someone, because there's not a lot of swords here. We've got the court cards, yeah, but we don't have like any pip cards, right? We don't have any minor arcana swords cards. I feel like there's never really been much of a debate with you. You kind of know what you're all about. You know yourself. Yeah. And so you have a very strong sense of purpose, even when things don't go your way. There's been ups and downs, successes and failures. You never wavered from your purpose. You said, yeah, this is a setback and it sucks, but I'm still trying. I'm not giving up. Yeah. You have that connection. And I think that the connection to that lunar energy there is really your connection with spirit that I think is the glue that really holds everything together here. Down beneath the surface is the 2 of Cups. This is the love. This is the care and the compassion that you put into just about everything you do. And this is also the joy, I think, that you're allowing yourself to feel. This is kind of like in public, you're giving everybody the credit, and then you go off on your own, and you just are so just like elated, right, by your accomplishments here. And you can feel that. Allow yourself to feel that you deserve it. You've earned it. You are, you're the key component here. It's really important that you recognize how valuable you are to the success that you're creating. And even if you're just creating this by yourself, if it's a family, if it's a work thing, it doesn't matter. You have this connection, and you have this experience of real joy and real love for what you do. I don't know what kind of work you do, but I feel like you put your entire heart into things. Yeah. And maybe you're retired, but whatever. It's a sense of purpose. It's this feeling like you want to do the very best job you can no matter what. Even if you're not getting the credit. Right? Let's move over to the path of the serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And it helps out the channel. I appreciate that. The Knight of Swords that we see, I think this is really the quickness with which you're going to start this new phase of your life. We're up here just kind of getting a breath of fresh air, surveying the land, understanding everything that's within our power, right? Everything that's within our kingdom. Yeah, everything that you have influence over. And to me, the 2 of Wands is kind of us deciding what's next. And then we're swooping down from the mountain, right? We're coming right back down. And I don't know, are you going on a vacation or something soon? Or is that part of what's going on here? Because I feel like there is some sort of return energy. Did you just get back from something? Is somebody in your life just coming back in? I feel like somebody is returning. I got this feeling of like coming back, right? Coming back home or coming back to headquarters almost. Yeah. But you're swooping down from that mountain. And maybe it's you returning to work. It's you getting back to, the next task. You're enjoying this big win. You're feeling it. You're feeling good about it. Now it's time to get back to work. Yeah. And so we're swooping in with the next plan, the next purpose, the next focus. Yeah. Very, very nice. We talked about the earth energy a bit with the 7 of Pentacles here in the environment. The environment needs you. The world needs you. Your life needs you. You're the one that's going to put all of the light and all of the water and all of the love into this next project, and it's going to be another big win, wildly successful. It's going to be just another like jackpot in your life. And the Ten of Pentacles is here in the position of the kind of the difficulty, kind of the card that we don't want. And what this means to me is that we don't want success just for its own sake. We're not just looking for empty shells of our life. We have to have those vessels, but we want the water energy in it. We want the spiritual energy in it. We want what we do to have meaning. We want our success to be worth something. We're not just making money to make money. We want it to be of value. We want to be wealthy, not just having a large bank account. But what are you going to do with that wealth? What kind of life are you enjoying? Right? Anyone can just collect money, right? But do you have friends, family members, loved ones? Do you have a joyful experience of life? You do, yes. And that's why the Ten of Pentacles is in that position, because you don't just want money for the sake of money. Value to you, wealth to you is not just financial wealth. It's wealth of experience. It's wealth of divine energy. It's wealth of connections, family, friends, right? And so we end with the Prince of Wands, and I think we're right back here to this fire energy. You're committed to the next project. You're off and running, and you are working toward the next victory, working toward the next big win with your strength, right? With your conviction, with your willpower. There might also be a contemporary male energy attaching. Maybe there's something about this person coming back. Maybe they're a fire sign, maybe not. But I kind of feel that there is somebody about your age, whether it's a romantic partner, it's an ex, it's a long-lost love, I don't know. But I kind of feel like maybe that's the person that's returning. If somebody that you've been missing maybe is coming back. Yeah, I get that feeling here, especially with the Two of Cups there as well. Kind of feels like there's a connection with somebody, and I feel like that person's coming back into your life. Maybe they had left on a trip or whatever. Maybe they're coming back. Maybe there was a separation, but there's this idea of returning. Okay, let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what Mr. Tao has for us. I want to see more water energy here. I want to see Three of Cups, Six of Cups, 9, 10 of Cups, but water for sure. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. There we go. Let's take a look. The 8. The 8 of Cups. Not really what I was anticipating, but water energy nonetheless. And I don't know why now this seems like we had that idea of somebody returning, right? Some sort of love energy that's coming back. Now I feel like it's going again. Who is that kind of comes and goes in your life like that? Is it you? Maybe you're the one that's kind of coming and going, and maybe it has something to do with, well, maybe it's literal. Maybe it's you have to like leave to go do your work, and then you return back home again to be with your loved ones, and then you've got to take a trip again for work, and then, coming and going. There's this idea of some emotional connection and coming and going. Yeah, coming and going. Interesting. A strong sense of purpose here, because I feel like it's not easy for you to leave those cups here. I feel like it's almost kind of sad, like you're just going hermit. You're going off on your own, leaving the things that you love behind to go make these accomplishments, to go on these quests. But then you return. You always come back. Yeah. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's up here, or there's one down in the video description. New readings for Gemini every Monday and Friday. I'm here every day. Just come on back. See me tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, though, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost you anything. And it helps out the channel. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.